So my name is Jorge Gomez. I work at Microsoft in the Power Query team. I've helped create some of the SAP connectors that we're going to show today. Joining me today is Nikhil. He helped us in the customer advisory team. And maybe a little bit higher. Much higher because we have the music. So either I start singing or we...
Is this better? My mic better?
Cool. Okay, so Nikhil from the customer advisory team, he helps us with lots of customer cases. We have some very complex installations, so customers have really sophisticated SAP reports. So he helps us do some consulting around that. The objective of this lesson is to talk about SAP connectivity. So we're going to talk about the HANA and Business Warehouse connectivity on Power BI and what the roadmap looks like for the rest of the year. We're going to start with the SAP HANA Connector. It's a specialized connector for SAP HANA. We've had it for a long time. Initially it was just a relational connector. It started with a V1 version. It was a relational connector. Last year, we added, in February 2018, we added the multidimensional capabilities. It has rich support for SAP HANA concepts ahead of other third-party BI tools like hierarchies, non-additive measures, values, variables. It supports both import and direct query modes. It can connect to the on-premise servers via the gateway. And it's been certified for SAP.
Like Jorge mentioned, we have two versions of the connector, right? Relational versus multidimensional. Multidimensional is the newer mode in the connector. We believe is one of the best performing connectors compared to any of the other third-party tools out there, which connects to SAP HANA. Also, the multidimensional connector supports parent-child hierarchy, SSL, and that's where the product team is investing. Any new features that's coming going forward will be in multidimensional mode, including the new edit variable feature, which is scheduled, which we'll demo next, right? Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to jump right to the demos, and hopefully they will work this time. So this is a demo of what the SAP HANA Connector in direct query mode looks like. So basically in direct query mode, just so you know that I'm not cheating, I'm going to show you here my data source settings. And this is a HANA Connector. I could change here the connection. I can change my credentials. We support both Windows and database authentication. We can, here's the SSL feature that we talked about. And basically, in direct query mode, what would happen is it will show me a list of the cubes that I have access to. It will let me pick one of my cubes, and then it will dump all the measures and all the dimensions in my cube here. So I could just start adding them to any report. The way it will work is for every visual that I have in my page in direct query mode, every visual will be converted into an Power Query that uses a connector and will be sent directly to the server. This means that, for example, when you're using direct query and SSO, every user can have their own view of the data, which is a very powerful function. So the logged in user will be able to see if they have a limited restriction. Let's say instead of worldwide sales, they have to in Europe sales, they will be seeing that. If someone from the same company but from the American division signs in, they're going to be able only the American sales. That's when they have SSO and direct query. The HANA Connector also supports the import mode. The import mode works pretty much like any other import in Power BI. It just brings all the data into Power BI, and then it's published in the server as is. There's no customization there. It's just one copy of the data, and it allows for some other interactive features, but it's doesn't allow for this user by user personalization. The other thing I want to show you is this report has a couple of variables. I haven't set any values for the variables here, but I could go here and change the value. So I could just say, oh, I want just AdventureWorks here. And when I do, it'll change my report to reflect those values. This same experience, one of the new features that we are announcing, and it's going to be available later this year, is the ability to change these variables in the service. So I'm going to author my report in Power BI Desktop. I'm going to select a checkbox that says I want to allow people to override the variables. And then once it's published in the Power BI service, users will be able, individual users using SSO will be able to change the variable values. I don't have that capability like a live demo, but I'm going to show you like a small video of what that will look like. So this is what it will look like. This in the background, this is a Power BI service, a typical Power BI service report published to the web. And the way it works is going to have in this filters area, it's going to have a new button called Edit Variables. When I click Edit Variables, it's going to show me this list of variables from the server. And as you can see, it can you can click on the 3 dots next to the value, and you can pick new variables, new values for each variable. We support full fidelity with whatever we support in Power BI Desktop. So you will have like range variables, you will have like multi-select, single select, everything. You can even have manual input for the values. If you know the values you don't want to be searching for them. You can like type them manually. You can type multiple values if it's a multiple value list. So that's pretty cool. And this allows customers to like personalize the reports and like see what it looks like. Back to the slides. What we just saw the demo. So this is some of what we've been looking at in the last year or so. Latest features we added like the implementation 2 in February 2018. That's a multidimensional. Then we had SL support. We've been like tweaking the variables experience, so it's like more in line with what the SAP HANA customers need. And we implemented a SAML-based single sign-on the Power BI service, but it's via the gateway. The SAML single sign-on only works on the service. It doesn't work on the desktop because there's no much point in doing it in the desktop. Later this year, what I showed you just now, which is the HANA variable values in Power BI service for direct query reports. The other big feature for later this year is the HANA 2.0 HDI container support, which we've been like asked a lot from customers. Let's leave the question to the end. Yeah, the slides should be available in the Microsoft Business Application Summit's website. If they are not, you can send me an email, I'll send it to you. So this is all about HANA. So let's jump into the SAP BW Connector. It's a specialized connector for BW. It connects to SAP BW 7.x. We can connect to application server and message server. We support info cubes and query cubes, including BEX queries. For BEX queries, all you need to do is just select share my query for OLEDB. There's like instructions on how to do that. Compared to other third-party tools, we support like more things. We support, for example, member properties, like full set of member properties. We support measure properties, which is format string, currency. It was an often asked feature. We support both import and direct query modes, and it's also certified by SAP. We have 2 implementations of this connector. Our first implementation was using a Theobald driver, and now we switched to we have a newer implementation which improves some things. It's based on the SAP.NET connector. The installation is simpler, it's much faster, and it's like more reliable than the implementation 1. So I urge everyone to, if you're still using implementation 1, you switch to implementation 2. If you have any issues, let us know and we can like work through them. Just a show of hands, like who here uses the HANA connector? Who has ever used the HANA connector? Who has used the BW connector? Okay, so more BW people, that's interesting. Just to BW, yeah. We've been asked like about the ECC support. We don't have it yet, but keep voting for that idea, and we will. I mean, we look at the ideas, and we would like to support it. It's just like gets prioritized with some other like features. So it's not for now. No. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's like not on me. A frequent asked question about a connector is when customers are comparing us to SAP tools. They often find that the SAP tools are some faster in some way. That's because for third-party tools, SAP doesn't expose the same interface that they use for their own tools. So in their own tools, they use BIC's interface, but third-party tools must use the OLAP BAPI's interface. We've done as much to make it like as fast as we can, but sometimes it's still like a difference. So just something to keep in mind. We're gonna jump to a demo. Okay. Here I'm gonna do a live demo, hopefully from start. So I have my server like chosen here, and I'm gonna do an import for a change, just because the other report was direct query. I'm gonna do an import. So here I'm gonna choose this. This is my SAP. This is one of our test servers. So I'm gonna open these Europe and US sales works by product group. I'm gonna choose one measure. And here's where you can see like I can pick, for example, this product level 1. Here's where I can see the properties. Something new we added like not so long ago was the measure properties, which are available in import mode. So here, for example, if I wanted to see like the unit of measure, I can see it. Or like, and I can like a couple of these properties. This shows me not only like the properties for this object, but also navigation properties. So this is like a nice way of like getting more information without making the query more complex. Here I'm gonna go to the edit mode. I'm gonna choose import. And now I'm in the query editor window. A few highlights from the query editor window. We have here member filters. This is like a powerful way of like filtering your information, and these transformations you make with member filters are gonna fall to the data source. So we're gonna rewrite the MDX query so that it includes these sort of filters. One hint when you're using import mode is that whenever you see this cube, while you're seeing this cube here, this is a transformation that gets folded to a data source. So this is gonna turn into something that goes into the query, and it's gonna like you're gonna make the most of your BW. You're gonna like make a more complex query. When this turns into a table, if you see a table icon there, that means that the query is not folding anymore. Something happened, it's not folding, so you're potentially retrieving more data than you intended. You might be retrieving like 1,000,000 rows, and then you apply a filter, and of course you're gonna see here just like a few rows, but under the covers it might be returning like too much data. In direct query this can happen because if something doesn't fold, it just will throw an exception. So in direct query mode it's always folding, something that doesn't fold just doesn't work.
For example, in import mode, let's say you are adding a custom column, then it's no more query folding because you're adding logic in your Power Query. At that point, it's bringing all the data from BW, and after that, doing the next step of adding the custom column logic.
So if you need, for example, a custom column, try to leave that to the end. Try to like do as many operations that you think would fall to BW, the beginning, and then leave like any custom things to the end. So that's basically the hint here. If I wanted to like add more things here to my query, I could just go open this and like add more things. And this one doesn't have variables, but we also support variables for BW. We have pretty advanced support for variables. For example, we even support hierarchy variables that have like nested, which is a very nice feature. That's basically for the demo. It's a quick demo. In terms of the roadmap for BW, there's a mistake in this slide, which is it says single sign-on support by a Kerberos. Common Crypto Library is a private preview. It shouldn't say private preview. We started working this in February. And we worked with SAP on this feature in particular, Common Crypto, and turns out that all the work that needed to be done was on their side. So if you want to use SSO with a Common Crypto library, we supported SSO with Kerberos before. The Common Crypto library was not working, but SAP has an update for the Common Crypto library, and that should work. We have a few customers reported that is using it successfully. So that's something to keep in mind. For later this year, the big feature is support for modifying SAP BW variables, just like we saw in the service, which is a very powerful feature. That's coming like in the summer. Now we're gonna jump to some tips and best practices. Nikhil works with lots of customers in the field, so he gets very interesting cases.
The slide says HANA Connector, but this applies to both BW and HANA Connector, whichever data source you're using. So one of the common questions that I ask is, okay, we're using multidimensional mode and we're using direct query, but the performance of my report is not optimal. So key things to look at if this is your use case is how many visuals you have in the page. Right? Try to keep it to an optimal level based on your use case, maybe 5-6 visuals. The more number of visuals you have on a page, the more number of queries are sent to your data source, and hence it might be slow. Especially if you have a matrix visual or a table visual, the more number of columns, if you have 10-20 columns, it has to get that much more data. So remember, you're in direct query mode, so your performance may not be as optimal as you like. Another thing that you want to look at is your underlying HANA view. Especially when you're using direct query, right? You have every click sends a query to your underlying HANA view, so you have to see how your HANA view is performing. Typically, a HANA view, like the image shows there, you could have multiple number of aggregations and joins and so forth in your HANA view. So it might be worthwhile to look at that HANA view and see if you can optimize it, maybe create some materialized view in between. So that could be an option. Third thing I typically see is people add measures in their Power BI report while using direct query. Now that's not recommended, because when you add a measure, let's say you add a count or a distinct count, what Power BI does is it brings all the data from HANA and then does the calculation in Power BI. So ideally you would want to do all your calculations in HANA and use Power BI just as a visualization layer when you're using it as direct query mode. Moving on to report authoring, right? This is another thing a lot of people talk about is, hey, I'm using direct query mode. Every time I'm building a table visual, every time I drag a visual, it's sending a query to the server. It's slow, and or if I'm building any other visuals, it starts cross-filtering, things get slow. Now with the May update of Power BI Desktop, there's some improvements in this scenario, where if you're creating a visual and that visual creates a new query, the old query is cancelled. So that helps in terms of performance. Similarly, if you're moving from hiding a visual or moving from one report page to the next report page, some of the queries that do not apply to the new report pages will be cancelled. And also consider looking into some of the query reduction options by disabling cross-filtering or adding the apply button to your slicers. That helps. It's not ideal, but at least it helps when you're authoring reports. This is a good one, incremental refresh. This is an import mode. This applies to import mode. You're importing large volumes of data from either HANA or BW. It takes a lot of time, and sometimes it might even run over the limit of 5 hours, which is the limit that is set on the Power BI service. If it's over 5 hours, the refresh fails. So to overcome this, one option is to use incremental refresh. Now to use incremental refresh, you need to have some kind of a date field within your data set which will identify which records have been updated or new records have been created, so it can bring only that delta. Typically in HANA, this data is stored in YYY MMDD format, and that link there talks you through how to change that into a date field and how to apply incremental refresh. Now, when you're connecting to HANA View, sometimes it's in aggregated mode. You do not have that updated date or created date field. In this scenario, you cannot use date to do incremental refresh. So you might have to look into Dataflows. Now Dataflows is, if you look at Power BI Dataflows on the service, you will not see an option to connect to SAP HANA or BW. That's just the UI layer is not available right now. What you can do is create your data flow within Power Query when you're Power BI desktop, and you can copy it into a blank query in Power BI service, and it's still going to work. Now, if you do that, like one of the use cases is, let's say you're bringing 2 years of data, but you know only the data in the last 2 months changed, but the rest of it is history. So you can create multiple data flows, maybe break it down into 2 or 3 periods. You can have 10 different data flows. And the history, you don't have to refresh it every month or whatever your frequency is. Only the last few months of data with changes can be refreshed. And in Power BI, you can connect to these data flows, bring everything into Power BI. So this is another option of bringing a large amount of data from SAP.
Just a side note, this is a little bit of a hack. So, I mean, it's like use it at your own risk, because we don't like expose the HANA and BW connectors as of yet. If you'd like that capability, just I think there's an idea out there to support them. So just vote on that idea, please, and we prioritize like bringing these connectors to the data flows. I mean, it works, but you might encounter some issues. That's what I'm saying.
So there's a bunch of other. If you download these slides, I think there is a few other best practices. Because of time constraint, we're not going to get into it. But there are other things, few other tips that are in the slide.
So let's leave some. Anyone any questions?
Is this just S4 or HANA Analytics as well?
HANA and
no, it doesn't support HANA.
Doesn't support S4.
No.
Yeah, that's another idea that you can vote for. Support for S4. Okay. The next thing for support is HCI containers. That's a big ask that people have asking, like for more modern HANA.
For HANA 2.0, yeah.
Yeah. You have another question?
How about we move out? I can't hear you.
Yeah, we're probably out of time, so I'm still gonna hang out here for a while. Also, I'll be tomorrow at the Ask the Expert starting at 11. So if anyone wants to have any specific questions, I'll be there. I'm happy to answer. Or send me an email. That's good too. Well, and thanks to everyone that came back for the session.